What's up guys, welcome back to Aquatic Elements. Today we are at the Trop down in Kent in the south east of England. Now this is the largest online supply of ornamental tropical fish in the UK. Let's head inside and let's check it out. So just before we do the tour here at the Trop, I am joined by Andrew, so thank you.
Very pleased to meet you.
Thank you for being on the video. And he is going to talk to us a little bit more about the Trop and the associated businesses.
Yep. Yeah, well here, I started this farm in 1995.
Yeah.
I was 24 years old.
Yeah.
And I bought this farm for my sins. Spent the next 10 years losing money. And so then had to have a mad rethink about what was going on.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we were then polluted by a farmer upstream, which wiped us out. And we had to have a major rethink about what we did.
Yeah.
So then we then really started Carp Co. We were one of the first businesses to go big online. And we started sending koi and pond fish all over the country. And we very quickly realised, we started off on eBay, so we quickly realised we needed our own website. We built Carp Co website. And then we found that the guys were a bit quiet in the winter. So I had this crazy idea going back about 8 years now. We ought to be doing tropical fish as well.
Yep.
And so we started off in 3 shipping containers, and within 3 months we realised this is no good, we need to be bigger. So we built this. This has been finished now, I think, 5.5 years.
Yeah.
It's the biggest tropical fish house in the country. And we're now online, we send out more than the next 4 online businesses put together.
Wow.
So on a reasonable week here, we're sending out about 450 to 500 boxes of fish around the country. So it's pretty cool. Recently we started reptiles as well.
Yeah.
And one of the things we also do is nitrico goop, which is
Yes.
nitrifying bacteria. And it was this building that helped us to develop nitrico goop. Every tank in this building is individually filtered. And the only way we can do that and sterilise between batches of fish is by maturing filters very, very quickly.
Yeah.
And it was using that method and our bioreactor we built for this room that allowed us to then go commercially into producing bacteria. So that's a very brief insight into what we do.
Yeah, and in this video we're going to be covering the full tropical fish house, and then in episode 2 we're going to be covering the Carp Co, which is your koi and cold water side of the business.
Exactly that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, good. Cool,
Brilliant.
Cool.
Well, thank you very much for being on the video and giving the viewers at home some information about this.
You're all very welcome. Yeah, it was nice
facility.
to see you on the site. It's
Yes.
a bit of a madhouse. It's a bit of a mess sometimes. You know, we got 17 guys work here.
Yeah.
And it's a busy place. So
Yeah.
we try to keep things tidy, but we're not great at it. But,
Brilliant.
have a good wander around and enjoy yourself.
Perfect, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
On with the tour. Now, coming into the front doors, you can just appreciate how big this facility is. Now we've got over 1,100 tanks to see. And we've also got some big ponds behind us, some big fiberglass ponds. Now this one is home to loads of different African cichlids, from your mbuna to your haps and peacocks. And we've also got some synodontis catfish in there. And then just next door, we've got some more monster fish. We've got this albino silver arowana, and then we've got a Megalodorus uranoscopus, otherwise known as the Irwini catfish. We've even got a jaguar cichlid in there as well. And just check out the size of that Pseudocanthicus pleco. I think that might be an L25. It's good 12 inches. And there's also a emperor snakehead at the back there. Let's see if we can get him in focus. Channa mariloides. Big guy. So let's head down the first aisle and let's see what we can film. Now there's a lot of tanks, as you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of tanks along each of these aisles. So I'm not going to be able to pinpoint every species because we got, I think, 5 or 6 aisles of tanks as well. But let's see what we can find. And I really want to sort of just show the layout in this video and show how many species that the Trop actually stock. So we've got some chili red Oscars at the back here, which is pretty cool. And I will gloss over all of the bread and butter fish, but I'll take you guys on my way around this facility. Now, as mentioned, they've got 1,100 tanks, and I think this facility was constructed around 5 years ago, the new racking system. And every single tank is run by sponge filters. So each of the tanks are individually filtered. See, we've got some scarlet baddis just in this tank. And none of the tanks are lit, so it's quite hard to see the colours of the fish, but gives you a rough idea of what we're looking at. Now, as all of the tanks are individually seeded, it means that they can reduce the risk of parasites, bacterial problems, and any pathogens spreading between fish. Now check out this knife fish. If you know what species this is, then leave it down in the comment section below, because I've never seen this knife before. Looks like they got a few more hidden in the pipe there, but very, very cool. Really, really cool pattern. Make sure to leave a comment down below what you think of the Trop. Have you been here before? What's your experiences? I want to hear from you guys at home, so make sure to comment there. Now, after this episode, we're also going to be looking at the Carp Co, which is where they keep all of their pond fish, tropical fish, all of their koi and pond fish. Some birch here in here. There's a few archer fish tucked back there, and that's going to be in episode 2. These guys coming right up to the camera. Pretty cool oddball species. Got some African cichlids, some Alanacara. Now, this is going to be the closest facility you can get to an aquatic wholesaler that's still open to the public. Got some nice angelfish in these aquariums, some koi angels. Now, I've been told that 90% of their business is done online, and around 10% is in the retail aspect, where you can come along on certain days of the week and actually pick your fish out. And they've got a really cool online automated system. So all of the tanks are individually labelled, as you can see here, and you can just enter that into a computer system, and it will tell you exactly what the fish is, care requirements, size, and the cost as well. So none of the fish are actually labelled up. I'm still going to try my best to let you know what is what. And we can see we've got some really cool parrots over here. So these are yellow parrot cichlids. They've got sort of a tiger pattern to them, which is pretty cool. It's a good size as well, a good 4 to 5 inches. And then just next door we've got some lovely angels. These are like an Orinoco angel or a zebra angel. And then we also got some flagtails just down here, and just next to them we've got some orange tiger parrots, a little bit smaller than those yellow ones. Another pretty cool fish. But there is so much to see. I've even spotted some axolotls down here. So we've got some, I think they're albinos, and then just next door we've got the standards. You can really see just how big this place is. So we've got racking sections on each side, and I'm going to take you through as many of the tanks as I can, but you definitely need to come here in person to check it out, because I'm never going to get through all of the fish that they've got here. So let's go down this aisle and see what we can spot. And even the fish up top, can't actually see them without a ladder. So I'll hold up the camera for you guys at home. But we've got some yellow labs in here, Some of the tanks are empty. So they sterilise all of the systems by taking the sponge filters out, cleaning them off, and then they peroxide the aquariums with hydrogen peroxide to thoroughly clean them, which mitigates the risk of any cross-contamination. We've got some cool plecos in here. So that means these fish are as biosecure as possible, and it's just reducing the chance of diseases spreading, and it means you guys get some healthy fish at home. We've got a really small golden nugget plec in this tank. And then we've got a lovely scarlet plec in here, Pseudocanthicus. I think that's an L25 or L24. It's a good 9 to 10 inches long. And then just next door we've got a big fire eel. And then down here in this tank we've got a huge pike cichlid. There's so many monster fish and unique fish just dotted all around the aquariums. We've even got some piranha in these tanks. Now you may be wondering, how on earth do they filter tanks with this number of fish with purely sponge filters? And that's actually because they have their own range of goop, which is a live bacteria. So they can seed all of the sponge filters with live bacteria, which means it's fully cycled. There's no messing about, no worrying about cycling tanks for weeks on end waiting before they can put the fish in. And that is a live cultured bacteria that they actually make here themselves. We've got some electric blue Jack Dempseys in this aquarium. So the tanks are fully stripped out, completely emptied. New sponge filter goes in. Tanks have been cleaned with hydrogen peroxide to eliminate any disease risks. Got some albino thread Phoenicera here. And then the new batch of fish can go in. And I've also been told it's all on an automated system. So the computer system tells them the stocking numbers, how many fish they got in, and what needs to be cleaned and when, which is really, really cool. Check out these guys. I think these are half beaks. It'll be very difficult to get the camera to focus on them, because they're super, super small. We've got some female betters next to them. And then you can see up top we've got some Malawis, some peacocks. And then just next to them we've got loads of dwarf African clawed frogs. And some more archer fish in this aquarium. Must have been off a different batch to the ones we previously saw. Got some Oscars in here. They've got quite a few different Oscars. These guys are pretty cool. I think these might be an albino tiger Oscar. And then these are more of like a chili red Oscar. Still small size, around 2.5 to 3 inches. And then you've got your standard Oscars just to the left of them. Now coming round, you've even got some turtles in here. Now check out these guys. I'm sure they're all going to run away as I get close to them. But I don't know what species these are. Maybe a Kuta, river Kuta turtle, or a painted, something like that. Then we've got some slightly different ones just next door to them. And coming up, we've got these koi angels. Looks like we've got a pair in here. So all of these fish can be found on their online website. Oh, check out this pleco. It's like a spiny. It's pretty cool. So yeah, all of these fish can be found on their website, ordered straight to your door. I think the shipping's around £20. And they are the largest supplier of fish direct to the consumers in the UK. And they said they're currently doing about 80 to 100 boxes a day. And then I think they said they got up to around 400 boxes. I think that might be per week in winter. So Check out these hybrid catfish. So I think these are a red tail tiger shovel nose hybrid, or they could be the planiceps catfish, but these guys are tiny. You can see compared to my finger there. Really cool monster catfish. So we haven't been down this aisle just yet. So let's see what we can find. We've got some gouramis in here. And then I've just spotted a silver arowana. Really cool. And then we've got some angels up top. Got some blue acaras. Now some of the tanks do have a little bit of tannins in, and I'm assuming that's where they've been shipped over, where the water's got a little bit more tannins, a little bit more tannic acid in there. Got a nice koi betta in here. Some nice colours to him. Now there's no sort of order to the fish. You find different tanks of African cichlids, guppies, live bearers, elephant nose fish, all dotted around. And all you need to do is, if you come here, take that little number, barcode, put it into the computer system, and you will have the fish come up, the size, the price, and how to keep them. But these are pretty cool, good size on the elephant nose. We've got some albino hoplos up top here. Really good clean-up crew. We've got some live bearers, even some discus down here. Now, I have spotted quite a few snake heads of all different sizes, so hopefully we'll come across some of those. These are nice blue, I think these might be a blue turquoise discus. And we've got some cool Votia loaches down the bottom. And then check out these guys. I don't think I've ever seen these in person. I think they are a dolphin fish, or dolphin nose fish. But they're really cool. These guys are probably around the 7-inch mark. Now I've just spotted some snakeheads tucked back there. If you do know the species of any of these fish that have gone over, feel free to leave a comment down below. And now we're coming to some slightly smaller snakeheads. And then we've got some long fin barbs, some tiger barbs. So let's head down. Don't think we've been down this rack yet. We've got some more snakeheads around here. There's just so much to see. We've got some, I think they might be some Telgolsi birches, next to some ornates. We've got some lovely platinum angels in this tank. There's a lot of reflection. Really nice white coloration to those. And some tiny severums. Now they don't have too many larger fish. They're more focused on loads of the bread and butter fish, and then if you're going into your oddballs, they're sort of a smaller size. We've got some nice female bettas in here. Different reds and blues. We've got just some more dolphin, some more elephant nose fish. They're a little bit smaller size. And then some black angels. Trying to spot some of the unique oddballs that they've got. Got some striped dollars. And then some more birches, slightly different, don't know the species of these ones. Quite small size, around 3 inches. And then we're back to some of the angels, which we missed earlier on in the video. Let's see what else they got on this side. So it looks like we got some pretty cool catfish in these tanks. And loads of different guppies. If you're after live bearers, platies, mollies or guppies, then they've got a massive selection. Some Epistogramma agassizii. or they could be the cockatoides. As I said, there's no labelling on the tank, so it's difficult for me to identify every fish. We've got some really small blind cave fish here. I'll check out that guy. Don't know what he is. I think he's like a big banjo catfish or a wood cat. Tucked under there, not really going to get a good shot of him unfortunately, but he's really cool. This tank is teeming with yellow Neocaridina shrimp. And we've got a huge angel up here. Really big black angel. And just some smaller goldfish. So I think we're going to come down to the last aisle we haven't been down. Now, as I mentioned, 1,100 tanks in this facility, so I'm sure I've probably missed plenty of the fish here, but at least if you guys come down, you'll be able to see them for yourself. Oh, here we go. We've got some really small stormy eye catfish, Hemiarius stormy eye. Now, these guys are around 3 inches long. I've got one of these in the Monster Fish Mega Tank, which is about 14 inches now. Wicked catfish, very sociable catfish. They all look almost like sharks. So let's go down the last aisle here, which we haven't been down just yet. Now we've got some Synodontis petricola in here, really small size. Now these glass tanks don't have any sort of background on them, no black backgrounds, so there's a lot of reflection in here. I'm doing my best to capture the fish as I can. Got some Dicrossus filamentosus, otherwise known as the checkerboard cichlid. And then in here, I think this is tucked at the back, is a ripsaw catfish. He's probably 4 inches long. Can't really get a good shot of him, unfortunately. Next, some discus. We've got some plex up here. Quite nice size. And then we got some green terrors. Got loads of what looks to be bristle nose plecos in here. And there's a massive, another Pseudocanthus. He's got to be a good 9 inches in there. Really, really nice pleco. And then check out all of these guys just sat at the front. The orange tiger parrots. You can see the sort of size next to my hand there. Really vibrant orange and black coloration. They're pretty cool. And I've always thought about keeping some of those as like a diver fish in the main aquarium. Let me know if you guys at home have ever kept these. I'm coming to some more plex. We've got some magnum plecos just on this side with the yellow caudal and dorsal fin, and some big angels. Real good size on those. And then last but not least, the last row of tanks. Check out this guy. Watermelon plec or panac. Good 6 inches on him. Really nice. Gold lines. We've got some melon barbs. Some yellow Oscars. This is some Venustus African cichlids. And then up top we've got some Frontosa. And some more small angels. Now this system's got loads of different guppies, sword tails. We've got some rainbow fish, some red rainbows in here. Looks like we've got some, I don't believe these are geophagus. I think they're, I can't remember the name of these guys, but they're like a geophagus. They may be from the geophagus family. Some blue guppies. what we got in here. Looks like we got some snakeheads. I'm not sure what variety these are. They're like a whitish colour. And then some more African cichlids and some wood catfish. So that is the full tour, but also not the full tour of the Trop down in Kent. There'll be plenty fish that I've missed on this tour of the facility. But I would definitely recommend coming down and actually viewing it yourself, because you won't see this many tanks anywhere in the UK. I think it is, so it's the biggest online seller of ornamental fish. I think it might be the biggest facility as well. So that brings us to a close. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and make sure to stick around for the next one on the Carp Co. And that is it for today's video here at the Trop. So many tanks to see. I know I glossed over the tanks very, very quickly, but there was, as I said in the video, 1,100 tanks in the room behind me. Stick along for part 2, where we visit the Carp Co, which is still on the same land as the Trop, and we're going to be looking at all of their koi and pond fish as well. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. But thank you all for watching. Remember to keep those water changes up, and happy fish keeping.